what number is this? We on episode 68? 68 of them hoes.
No, this
69 of them bad
69.
boys. 69,
69.
yeah, X-rated. X-rated
He
Paul.
out here with the fresh rolls up that jump today though. He ain't out here looking bummy today.
Here you go. These roses is goddamn a week and a half old.
Oh man, I thought I was special. I thought you gave me fresh rolls, man.
Nah, don't do it to yourself. Yeah, we back with another one, man. Figuring shit out. 69, man. This boy King Arthur in the building. Y'all know what time it is. Unify and Pride, don't you forget it. It's getting spooky out there. Frank, what's going on with you, bro?
Not much. Flacs in the building. Check out the website, cyberbunny.com. Got lucidperspective.com. It has not changed. I might add some new sites over the next year. Got a book I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? Might have a book website. But that's in the works. Outside of that, same old, same old. What's going on?
Hey, before we get started, Frank, we've been rocking. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. You got mad sites, you got mad books. I got the course, I got mad more sites. And we got the boy, my homie Gary here, the original OG podcaster with me, man. He the one who put me on the podcast game. I ain't even had no idea about it. Gary said, man, come to the show with me. So we got rocking.
Oh, what?
Entrepreneur Minds came and went. Yeah. He was the one.
That's dope.
He was the one.
We were supposed to EYL before EYL came along, man.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact.
Sure was supposed to be that.
And Gary was like my first entrepreneur friend. Like, I ain't had nobody to talk to about entrepreneurship but him. For real. So that's what's up.
They far and few between.
Yeah. What's going on, bro? For sure. What's going on with you, Gary?
Ain't nothing, man. Just grinding, man. Trying to get things straight, back off the ground. Went through a business that went down, so trying to get some new shit back up and running, going.
It's a fact. They say most entrepreneurs go through about 4 or 5 businesses before they get started. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. You got to fail at a few. That shit always gonna happen.
Feel forward. All right, so we can get this thing rocking, man. The question that we always ask everybody when we get started is, what is your figuring shit out moment?
What is my figuring shit out moment?
Yeah, boy.
I don't think I had it yet, man. I don't think I figured it out yet.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's hard, man, because it's like I am truly like a lifelong learner, and well, you know what? I think I'm in my figuring shit out moment now, to be real.
Dope.
So I'm dead in the midst of it, like learning to truly to do stuff to my strengths and to not force myself to do shit that I shouldn't be doing. Right. And then and things move much quicker when you go ahead and just like get other people to do it, like build your team.
Delegate.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard.
Focus on getting those people instead of me trying to do it. And then it just take longer. The shit don't work right. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta build trust.
Stay in my damn that's for sure. That shit hard to do.
They cost.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You try to find somebody to do something for free, you'll get what you pay for. Nothing.
Damn right.
So when it comes to like the figure shit out, it's like I understand you're figuring shit out now, but like was there a time in your life where you had an epiphany where you had a crazy idea or you thought of something and it like changed your life and like you haven't you moving different ever since?
Damn. Let's see. God dang.
We doing deep combos, deep questions.
Yeah, put me on the spot at this, Jay, man. I was supposed to get like a pre-question sheet.
Oh,
is that what James down, man?
That's that new age podcast. We on the spot with it. If you can't come off the fly, you should probably stay home. And you home.
No, I don't know. I would say my moment probably was when I was younger. And I think it's more in the realm of knowing where I wanted like my life to go. Like, for me, entrepreneurship, like this shit is in me. Like, what I'm saying? I can't help it. I am the way I am and I can't change it. And it was just when I was younger, when I noticed a few things, what I'm saying, seeing how people around me, how they move. Right. Because all of us see people that work jobs. Our parents work jobs, our family members, everybody work jobs. But I had the privilege of seeing certain people around me that's close to me and being right up under them and watching them grow and build businesses. I mean, some of them growing pretty big, and then they, they may have lost them and failed or whatever. But it's more of with me being real big on family, seeing how them doing that allowed them to be really close and there for the family, right? It wasn't a choice of if they could make it or something. It wasn't a choice if they could be around for events. And I think that type of thing, it stuck with me,
That's dope.
right? So for me, my journey is mainly about freedom. I choose freedom over anything, right? It's not all about just straight making $1 million. Like I grind for my freedom to be able to go to my kids' school if they need to, pick them up if they sick. I ain't gotta ask nobody. I ain't gotta talk.
Facts.
These are the things I strive for. You know what I'm saying? So my moment came a long time ago that basically just chose my direction of my life. You know what I'm saying? So
No, that's dope.
Okay. So speaking about employees, right? So which business are you in now? And how are you going about getting employees and what they're doing for you, right?
so
That's a good question.
I am a
I know.
self-taught software developer. So now I'm in the midst of fully launching out my software and digital marketing firm. And as you know, I've always been about marketing stuff. I've been real heavy on marketing stuff since forever. Even when we was, building our app back in the day and all this stuff, like, how we always were talking about trying to market this stuff. I always talked about the Facebook stuff. I always talked about it because I was doing that stuff at the time. But now am moving in the realm of being able to do these things for other people. I've always done it for myself. I
Mhm.
mean, the thought of clients sometimes still just don't super excite me all the way. But this is one of the reasons why I'm big on the digital marketing thing now because it excites me to put money in other people's pockets. Right.
Mhm.
So I
Thanks.
think it's one of the ways that's real good for me to help. Right. And getting the employees, that takes me back to what I said before, learning and knowing like my strengths. Right.
Mhm.
I know I can sit down and strategize and talk out and build out like mentally talking it out their entire funnel. Like from your marketing, like your lead, your magnet, like everything you're gonna need as far as with your ads. I can sit here and talk out your entire video. It can come to me like this, like, but let me sit down in front of the computer to go like create that ad. Man, that shit
Mhm.
is not gonna come out like it's not gonna happen that fluent. It's like I plan it all out and then I'll sit here and my head will just draw a blank as soon as I get in front of the screen to do it.
So you
So
saying like you have the business processes and like the logic down, but not like the creative part of the advertising?
yeah, yeah, heavily on the creative. Yeah, heavily. So like I can think it all through. I see the whole vision, but
Mhm.
man, I'm not the one to go create the graphics. I'm not the one to design your landing pages. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that stuff. Now I love the code and I'll build it. I love to build the stuff after
No,
all of
that's
that
dope.
aspect is already put together, right? And so I said, okay, I need to get the people to do that part. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I got a designer on the hook. I got another guy that, and I mean, really, this guy's probably gonna end up being my whole project manager. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife, man. I mean, digital marketing from top to bottom, he got it all. So I was like, all right, you know, I can just use you where I please. I mean, and I'm really trying to swing him away from a couple other guys. He does work, and I won't name exactly the people he's working with,
Right.
but I'm a guarantee that y'all have seen like these guys' ads and funnels, and he's built them. You get what
Oh,
I'm saying?
word.
So I was able to get my hooks on him, and he's willing to work with me, and he's excited to work with me. And I was like, and so I was like, okay, good. I got you on the hook to be able to build that part out because
That's
sitting
dope.
down in front of it is just ain't gonna do it. And then I'm not the word person, so I need a copywriter, like
Mhm.
a person that just truly a wordsmith. So I got somebody that I talked to, last week, and I was like, yeah, I think I want to definitely bring you on board.
No,
And
that's dope.
so just getting those pieces, knowing where I'm not good at, knowing where I can talk to them, I can like lay out exactly them like, okay, we need to come to this tone of voice. With this person is selling this, it need to be like this. The people are like this, so we need to talk to them in this kind of manner, this or
Mhm.
whatever. And they can take those cues and lay it out with the words like it's supposed to, like type deal. So, I
That's
need to get
dope.
another copywriter too, though. I need to, yeah,
That's dope.
grab me
So
another
how
one.
do where you find these people? You go on Indeed, people you know, like
Fiverr,
how?
Upwork,
So
what's up?
I went to Upwork. I went to Upwork this route. So I went to I've posted in some groups before, and none of the people I talked to there really worked out, clicked with me all the way. And then Upwork, and then really Upwork, I went through searching through the people before I actually posted the jobs.
Upwork.
And
Oh, I heard of that. I heard, okay,
yeah,
Upwork. It's
yeah,
like a
where you get
five. That's like a
freelancers and all that
Fiverr.
stuff.
That's like Fiverr, right? Or like another version of Fiverr. Okay. Okay.
Kinda, kinda.
Okay.
Fiverr started with the main thing was $5. Like get any task mostly just about done for just about $5.
Hmm.
I didn't know
Upwork
that.
is full blown freelance, uh, you know, like across the board. Not even really, I mean, so big companies from Sony and everybody else hire people from off Upwork. It's when you're looking for somebody on temporary, or even if you're looking to hire somebody for the long haul.
Yeah, I think
But
Upwork is more for like you go and give a brief of your gig, right, or whatever your project gonna be, and see who kind of tailors to that, right. And then Fiverr is kind of more on the searching for individual skill set, and you reaching out to them, right.
so they both kind of, it's kind of both the same. Well, Upwork, they done added a Fiverr type of deal to it too. But
And
you can
Fiverr added a
search through
gig
all the
type of deal.
people in there too.
That's dope.
You can search through all of them, which is what I did. I searched through a bunch of people with the skill on there, and then and as I would just save them and save them, and then when I made the actual job post, then you're able to invite those specific people to apply,
Mm.
and that's the route I went. And I mean, and surprisingly, I would say copywriters and funnel building wise, I think I had about 8 people I knew for a fact I wanted to talk to,
Mm.
and about four of them, half of them, answered me back.
That's dope.
And so I mean, so it was pretty good for me. I don't know if my other people will come off from there. I've done Indeed is quite heavy.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
probably Indeed is probably saturated. Um, I put some stuff up there, and I've applied to jobs, and it's probably like so known, it's probably just so saturated. And there's a other handful of websites like that too, but I don't know. And Indeed is shaky. They be having really scammy type things up there.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm saying?
showing
Like
do.
you don't even know what the fuck, like what the fuck is this?
I can't let you do it, Frank. I
Yeah,
can't,
nah.
cause every job I done got was from Indeed. Why?
Hey,
Indeed need to go ahead and get me a ad sponsorship, because this, yeah, I fuck with Indeed. I recommend you go to Indeed only because you're gonna get a lot of recruiters, you're gonna get a lot of scammers, but you'll get a lot of traffic, right? You'll get in front of a lot of eyeballs. So you just got to weed out the scammers between the recruiters and the actual people who need who actually got a job right for you. You feel
Mhm.
me? So that's
yeah,
just
that's true. I
my
mean,
take
I've got jobs on there myself, so for sure. I mean, I've hired, I want to say maybe 2 people off Indeed before throughout the years. And no, I think I've hired one, but I've had a couple other postings on there and interviewed a few people for some stuff. And I mean, Indeed floods you, dude. Like
Mhm.
it's so many applicants, man. Is that you really have to have a process of screening and going through these people. Because you post a job today and then you got 500 applicants in the next like day or two.
That's crazy.
right.
How the hell are you gonna go through all these people? You know what I'm saying?
AI.
It's endless. Yeah, I mean, yeah, now, yeah, you can
Right.
do
Go
screening
through,
with that
find
now.
everybody with this degree and this certification and throw out the rest. Something like that.
Right.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, real talk. And it's showing a will.
That's what's up.
AI is crazy.
So what's up with so are you still doing, I think you are, you still doing the mobile applications, right? Is that separate from the marketing and the funneling, or is that like a separate company, or what's going on?
So all same company, just different service offering. Um, the apps are a little different as far as the people who's gonna need them. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
haven't tapped into the corporate world as of yet, which is I think where most of the real money is when you're talking about building, SaaS apps, web apps, and mobile apps for people, is the companies that really have the money and they're looking to expand or get something for internal. I haven't tapped into that yet, and I mean, and honestly, on the other side of outside of the corporate, you have your people who are just everyday people building startups and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
one thing I've noticed with everyone I've talked to, and other people who have already started stuff. And even when with me and King, I mean, when we had our app, right, and it's the generating the actual users, right? So knowing that I've done a decent amount of digital marketing and generating actual traffic and stuff like that, and trying to convert them and building funnels to try to bring them in and try to keep them and nurture them. That I felt that was quite needed, and I wanted to be able to add that on top, for the people that I do build stuff for, because the
That's a
majority of
dope
people that
service.
contact me are people that's looking to start something.
That's a dope service. Man, I dangle with the
Talk about it.
Yeah, so this is my problem, right? It was fun. I used what the fuck was it? We talked about it. Flutter Flow. Yeah, I used Flutter Flow. Flutter Flow is a dope service. I was paying the $80 a month for it. It was fun for me. It was fun to build, do the logic, build a database. I got as far as all the way to testing, right? And it was funny because I have an Android. I would just export the I think it's an SDK, I forget, whatever that file extension was. Put it on my phone.
File, yeah.
APK. Put it on the phone, and I could just open it on my Android and test it on my Android. Easy, right? Then it came to, it was like the fucking Apple. I don't have Apple devices. I mean, I got an old ass Apple. I got old iPhones. And then when it came to the Apple test, I was like, man, I do not want to do. And that's where I died at, because I was not trying to invest in the Apple devices.
I was for you too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's not dead. It's just like fucking Apple. And I don't like Apple. I got very strong opinions and gripes with Apple. But that's what killed me, right? If I was going to put it on Android, I could have did that and finished and just had it as an Android app. But I just got discouraged. And I was like, nah, I'm good with this. And then, over time, it just fizzled out. But I was chilling. If it wasn't for Apple, I would have been good. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
I told him to go ahead.
Now, what you about to say?
You told me to get with Gary.
I told you to get with Gary, and I told you to find somebody to finish it up, right? Because
I did speak to somebody on Fiverr, yeah.
All right, I ain't gonna say you ain't right, but us as entrepreneurs, after business, after idea, right? The most important part of starting is finishing, right? I got a book I ain't finished, right? You got an app that you ain't finished. Gary got some shit over there. He just mentioned that he need to work on, update, right? So let's talk about that for everybody.
It is now 2023, going on 2024. Why don't you have a VPN? Only for a limited time, go to piavpn.com/cyberbunny. You could get 83% off the PIA VPN. What is a VPN? VPN is basically software that's used to hide an end user information such as IP address, location, private data they may be transferring over the internet, identifiable information such as their devices they're using from being spied on, from hackers, governments, internet service providers, anybody out there who wants to steal your data for their own personal gain. That's basically what a VPN does. If you want to take advantage of this discount, go to piavpn.com/cyberbunny. Go there now, sign up, tell them I sent you, get your software, get it installed on your laptops, on your mobile phones, on your tablets, any device that connects to the internet, get it installed on there. Get protected, go now.
What is the difference between starting something and not finishing it, and then getting something finished, but then going the extra mile with it, right? So my going the extra mile was getting CuttyApp off. CuttyApp, I got it up, I got it running, I got it in the stores, I got it popping. But
you got users
running that mofo. Yeah, I did, but I ain't go to the tip top like I supposed to or could have, right? What you think your process is like that with it, Gary? What difference between starting and not finishing, or finishing something and then taking the extra mile?
So I'm glad you asked this, right? Because this is something I've been hitting myself with, right? Because I mean, we both always talk about it, especially we get on the phone calls, and man, we be banging through ideas. Like we get ideas, we see stuff all the time. You can't you'll see a business idea just like out of everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So jumping in and then starting it and then maybe working on it a little bit and this or whatever. And then you get to the point where like you start working on it, you start doing some stuff, and then you jump to something else. Or you kind of just fall like out of love with it, right? So
Mhm.
so at the beginning, you super excited, you ready to roll, and then you just, like I said, you just fall out of love with it. And I think I've done it so much, and I think a lot of people have, right? That now as I've gotten older, now as I've done it so many times, I saw myself saying, okay, all right, just slow the hell down, man. Stop jumping into so many different things. Stop getting super excited and just straight jumping on something. Then you spending 2 months on it, and it's 2 months wasted because you don't do nothing with it, right?
It's
So
hard.
it's like you gotta learn to like check yourself and just be like, dude, you don't love this. Like this is not, you're not gonna take this all the way. Like you gotta be honest with yourself from the jump because we all know that every business is gonna have troubles. Every business is gonna have those hiccups. You're gonna have those times where like you ain't making no money, or you gonna be having to do stuff or part of the business that you just don't like to do, right? So
Yeah,
you're gonna have to be
marketing.
100% sold. I mean, you got to be so sold on this business idea that you're still going to do the shit anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? And most of us know in the beginning when we start something just because we think it's cool that we aren't going to. Like we already look at it still be like, I don't know if I want to do that part. And you already telling yourself like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that shit when it comes. Like, then don't waste your time.
Right.
Like, just move on. It's okay to just chill and wait a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right? You can dabble in something here and there for learning purposes, but just chill. No need to burn up resources on something that is just going to be wasted on. You got to wait and find that thing where it just hits you. Like the idea just hit you so hard that it's like, goodness gracious, I'm about to tear shit up with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be married to it, right?
No, that's
Or
facts.
you're the type of person who's going to force yourself to go all the way through with something. I've done that before as well and took things for a longer round. And then you realize you done something, been doing something that you don't even really like doing, which to me just defeats the purpose of, entrepreneurship and everything in itself, right? Like if I was going to sit here and be basically working every day on some shit I don't like to do, I might as well just go get any job. You get any job.
Right. You get 9 to 5 and work on someone else's dream, build up their shit. But
That's
yeah, that's
that's the
true.
thing about
Yeah,
entrepreneurs too.
100%.
Like we know it's a billion jobs out there. Like if I or Frank, right, was to quit our job today and took a year off and found something that our income kind of right. We know at the end of the next year, if we didn't like that shit too much, we're going to do what, Frank? Get another job.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't take you a long time, would it?
No. No.
No, right? So,
Hmm.
with that being said, like falling out of love with something, what about the consistency, right? So, CuttyApp, my example, CuttyApp, I didn't fall out of love with it. It was a banging ass idea, right? I just didn't have the tools and resources to continue.
So what
How you feel
was
about?
well, my fault. You about to ask him a question. I'm about to ask you a question. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask me the question. I'm gonna take it to him. Go ahead.
I was gonna say what resources, I guess, was it the monthly cost, maintenance of the servers and all that? Or like
It
what?
was the not knowing of the cost of running it monthly, right? And I didn't have the tools or the resources or the energy or the time or the personnel, right, to dig into the customers who did sign up, right, to really figure out what
Oh,
they
like
wanted and or needed,
yeah.
and the barbers and hairstylists kind of to see what they wanted and needed, right? Because there's other tools out there kind of similar to what we had going on, but I wasn't the one to operate it, right? So that's one thing that I learned. I was consistent in it. I was doing my part. I just wasn't an operator for that particular business, right? So with Gary, I'm gonna say falling out of love or falling in love with something, curbing your enthusiasm, right? You get stupid excited about it. You go all the way. You get your motherfucking balls going to the wall, but then you just, like you said, fizzle out. But then you try to force yourself. Talk about the consistency and knowing when to curb your enthusiasm and when to just push yourself and say, drag your ass to the gym, Frank.
I was there today. I'm good.
Why you have to throw him out there on the gym though? Like
He
you have to
loved
throw him
doing
out
that
there.
shit.
That's what I'm doing.
I've been going, bro. I've been
Hey.
going 3 times a week for like a month and a half. I'm straight.
Oh, that's
I'm
what's
with
up.
it.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
good. Yeah.
I'm encouraged.
Yeah, I'm paying the money. It's a private gym too, so it's not like Planet Fitness like $50. So that's why like, okay, I'm paying money, so I'm gonna take my ass. But anyway,
No,
I don't
you
mean to
in a
interrupt.
private jet. You can't hide money over there, man. You can't hide money over there.
Right.
That's funny.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So Gary, what's up with the consistency and knowing when to curb your enthusiasm or when to push yourself over?
So I mean, honestly, I think, like I said before, I think it's crazy important to know yourself,
Mm,
right? I think we all, especially as entrepreneurs, right? Even if you're like a part-time entrepreneur, or really, I mean, should still be full-time after you have a full-time or whatnot, or anything like that, you still have to do the work of knowing and understanding yourself. And you got to learn to straight up just be real with yourself. I curse myself out all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think you have to know what that is, or what that point is, or what that means for you. Because I think everybody's a bit different, right? Everybody's a bit different. But some stuff are going to be similar. Like, just look at married people, right? I mean, we all been told before we got married that marriage is tough. We all know within our marriages that marriages at times can be tough.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So I think when you love something, you love something. You know what I'm saying? And although it may be tough, you might not be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? You might not be getting the exact joy from it at the moment. You still know you love it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think it's being real with yourself to know that, to say like, I don't love it.
hmm
Because that's the thing, with us entrepreneurs, we'll push through something sometimes knowing we don't love it, simply because we don't want to look like a failure. We don't want to stop. We don't want to, stop another business and be moving on to something else, and people, thinking, oh, what they gonna say? Because now I'm on a
Oh,
whole
right.
nother
Yeah.
business.
Oh, now they doing this. Now you doing that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, but on the same token, though, I feel like if you have an interest or an idea or a spark, you may not know it's for you unless you try it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be honest. I've tried plenty of things that I felt like would work, and I felt like I would end up liking. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, I was like, I don't know if this is for me, but I felt like I'm gonna try it anyway to see if I get that, if I obtain that.
Hmm.
And then for a little bit, it'll probably be there, and then I'll be like, yo, this wasn't for me. But I feel like you can't just dismiss everything without trying it at least. I guess that's my philosophy.
Right.
That's why I'm probably in all this different type of fucking shit. I'm in 1,000 things.
I'm
You know what
trying.
I'm
I'm
saying?
trying to
I
get
mean,
them to narrow
I
down to
mean,
three.
we're all interested people,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Being curious and interested in things is a part of it. I think it's more of learning the process of how fast you dabble in something, especially when it
hmm
comes to like a business idea, that you
hmm
don't spend a year on something that just is not going to work. It was never going to work. You never
Right.
didn't get to realize it, right? Or you executed it wrong. You took too long to even execute. You spent 6 months planning, and then that 6 months wasted, right? It was
Right. No.
I think it's the how fast you do it. Or like I said even earlier, like it's okay to be interested in things. It's okay to dabble in
hmm
things. But it's also, I think it's important to be very real with ourselves up front to know if, yeah, I'll dabble in this. I'll do some interest in it. I'm not going to take it super serious yet. I'll see how it go. I'm not going to throw too many resources over here, especially when
Right.
you're talking about you have limited resources. Is more of, you don't want to waste them,
No, that's facts.
right? So it's, you just dabble, you do a little here and there, see how it feels to you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And
I'm about to start taxes. So I've never done taxes before. I'm about to
I'm
fucking
sorry. I'm sorry.
he laughing. He laughing because he know this
I'm
year
sorry.
in like 3 weeks, I'm gonna start doing taxes. So yo, I'm gonna
I'm
see how
not.
that
I'm not
go.
laughing. I'm not laughing.
so
I'm laughing because Frank. Ever since I met Frank on some random shit. Frank was,
Your
Frank was
network
always,
marketing, yeah.
what was it? I think it's
Vimo.
trying shit, and you keep trying shit and trying shit and keep trying shit and trying shit. Cat Williams, that's Frank. Frank try some shit, and he go. So the question is, when do we stop that? Right? Instead of trying something new, we try something new into what we already doing. You get what I'm saying? So let's say with you and that, right? Instead of you just trying it and stopping, right? Like digging deep and then trying to get somebody to finish it and moving forward, right? Or Gary with the apps he got, right? What's stopping you from, or us, right, from digging deeper into it right? Getting more curious about what we already got going on instead of entrepreneur syndrome, right? And finding some other shiny thing to play with. Anybody?
I think that still comes down from person to person. I mean, we're all gonna be curious. And it's funny you said taxes because I've been seeing all the little tax jumps. And I'll be like,
And we talked
damn, I
about it
should go get
before.
some taxes. Yeah, man. Yeah, back
And we talked about it before. Jumping jacks tax, yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, we was about to partner and buy a franchise.
It was only $12,000, $15,000, something like that, right?
Yeah, man. That shit was like, I think it was like 10,000 or something. We were sure about to jump on that jet. Man. I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, so some businesses are just good opportunities, right? If you're a business person, you're a business person. It doesn't make sense to just let a good opportunity just go by simply because you don't love it. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is just about money. And I think that's perfectly okay.
That's
like,
facts.
you know what I'm saying?
I'll be
So
honest.
I think it's okay to make them money plays.
I don't have no dreams, aspirations of being a CPA, doing financial stuff. But from what I understand about the taxes, so I look at it this way, and this is how it's sold to me, basically. Everybody got to file their taxes every year. Everybody got to file their taxes every year. Mad people filing their taxes is a requirement. They got to do it. And boom, you build a tax business every year from January to April, those few months. And it's not it's not an annual, it's an annual thing, but it's like a seasonal thing. So like the first few months of the year, do all these taxes, boom, now that's done. You know what I'm saying? Then you can jump on something else. So I was like, all right, I'll try it, see what it do next year, 2024. I'm doing taxes, see what the fuck happens. And you know what I'm saying? I might like it, I might cake on it and be like, all right, I'm gonna do this every year. In addition to all this other shit.
Yeah. I mean, I get you because I think it every year. I mean, these dudes make 40, 45, 50, 60,000 in 3 months.
People caking.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, some of them are just getting a percentage of like the taxes they do. So I think it's some shit like that. It's crazy. It's crazy money. It's crazy. And I mean, like you said, some stuff you might not like it a whole lot, but it's a part of life sometimes doing some shit you don't like to be able to go a little bit further. And what can that one season do for one of your other businesses? You make that money, right?
Investing in something else. No, that's
take it and throw it in something else. So
I can dig that seasonal money. I can dig that seasonal money because 2020 faces, boy, I ain't see it. And so I didn't seek out the face mask though, right? I didn't seek out the mask. They just kind of fell in my lap, and it was like, oh, this is a seasonal thing, and this is cool, right? And I try to spread it out throughout the year. You know what I mean? But like, still, it is just the money though, right? The mask make almost as much money as anything else I do. Right. And with less time and less effort, right? And less energy, right? Because it's so much easier to just
you do like a 2-day event, make thousands of dollars.
I told you, I told a story a couple times. My first time going outside selling masks, $1,500. Why am I not gonna do it again? You know what I mean, like, especially when the product cost me $300. Like, why would I not do that again?
Yeah, and it only took you about 8 hours to do it. So you made somebody whole check in 8 hours.
Yeah, I made my half of my own check in about 8 hours, and I was really contemplating life. Like, damn, these niggas tricked the shit out of me.
Yeah,
they tricked the shit out of me.
And that's my problem. I contemplate that, and then I go quit my job. But see,
no, I ain't do that.
That type of shit has been my problem, right? So I'm older now, man. I can't just jump and do that. I mean, granted, I'm just getting back into the workforce now after like 5-6 years. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, granted, I've grown older while out there on my own. But I also know back in the younger days, man, yeah, that was nothing for me. I realized I would bet on myself more before I bet on anybody else like it's nothing. I mean, I believe in myself that damn hard, right? And if you don't see me with that type of belief, then that means I'm not 100% sure with myself yet for the thing that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but once that belief hit, oh man, I'm dangerous, bro. I go to work, I'll be acting stupid. I'll be leaving. I'll be doing.
Was it called quiet quitting? You just show up, clock in, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Just sit
my
there.
last shipyard job, that's exactly what I did. I drive to work. I can't find parking. I'm like, fuck this. I'm going home, bro. It's just like, why am I here, dude? Like, why am I coming here? You know what I'm saying? I'm at work. I get a call to get some strips, something like that. And you talking about this one call? I'm about to go meet this guy. I'm gonna make what I'm making for like 3 days coming here. Go to meet this one dude. Oh, hey, I gotta holler at my
That's
boy. Hey, bro,
nothing.
I'm gone, man.
That's nothing that kills me. Is like how we all went. I don't know. We went through the school system, and they don't teach entrepreneurship. They don't teach none of this. They teach you how to be an employee, how to get a job, and how to be a fucking 9 to 5 W-2 employee for
Subordinate.
like 40, 50 years.
Fucking subordinate.
And it's to the detriment of people, because it's like you didn't even know you had a choice, right? Like most people like, yo, I didn't know I had a choice. I was supposed to go to college and get a job. That's what I thought I was gonna do. Or that's what you thought, you were supposed to be. And there's motherfuckers out there stepping out on their own, failing a lot, doing what they got to do, learning what they got, but then they hit it, they become an entrepreneur, become a businessman, and they're free for the most part. And it's like this is not it's not taught in schools. And it's still not, even to this generation. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Back in the day, that go to college and then get a job. I mean, it worked. It worked.
It
was safe. 30, 40 years ago.
Well, it though? Check your parents and check your grandparents and your cousins and uncles. Are they really better off?
Well, yeah, I guess not.
But I would say yes and no. I'll say they were more beneficial because the degree was weighed more, and inflation wasn't crazy, and the dollar was better.
Yeah.
So, but as the generation moves on, but as the generations move on, the dollar drops, college degrees become worthless. So it's like it is a decline after that. But if you go back 40, 50 years, getting a job was safe. You could have a whole household off of one income. Not today, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I digress.
Yeah, you could. You could some.
I gotta play the other side.
I don't know. It depends on what community. You go ahead. I keep on jumping.
That's true.
I gotta play the other side of Frank, because his degree is damn near priceless. Frank, tell me it ain't. Tell me your life would be the same without your degree.
Oh, I know otherwise. I'm straight. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about? So.
Oh, I know. I'm good.
I don't want to complain the economy and stuff neither. It's the mindset that it was boxed into. You know what I mean? Like, even if they did get a decent accounting degree, they can count money all day but still know how to make no money. That's wild to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
my man teaching a business class
true.
in the college, but they ain't starting no business. That's wild.
He just know how to teach.
That's the blind leading the blind.
Hi, I'm King Arthur, founder of Novel Views Tech, where we prepare children aged 10 to 17 for a future shaped by advanced technology. Our curriculum dives into fields like robotics, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and more. But what really brings learning to life are our bi-monthly, Exploring the Future of Technology, webinars, hosted by industry experts. These webinars aren't just lectures, they're interactive discussions that connect your child to the pulse of the tech world, creating a learning experience that goes beyond the classroom. We offer a money-back guarantee to ensure you're completely satisfied. Equip your child with the skills to not just adapt, but to innovate and lead in the future. Join us at Novel Views Tech, and let's build their future today.
You feel me?
No, 100%. Yeah, you find that all today in some of these college jobs. That's what made me change my major when I was over ECPI, because I was going for business, and when I'm asking certain questions and I'm dealing with these teachers, I'm realizing ain't none of these motherfuckers own no business. They ain't never ran no business.
Right.
Like, what I'm saying? You try to teach me entrepreneurship and you ain't never owned nothing.
Right.
You just try to teach me out of a book. It didn't make sense. So I was like, nah, I gotta change my
teach me how to lose weight.
Hey, man,
that's my favorite one,
man.
Who is that? That's funny. That's crazy.
They out there. Or the fat nigga teach me how to make money. You fat, boy, I don't care. M500 with the surgery. I'm talking shit.
Man, my man got surgery though. I thought he lost that though.
Yeah, he did. Nah, he made niggas watch
he made his stomach.
Wait.
What?
He shrunk his stomach.
Exposing him, man. You exposing him, man.
He exposed himself. He made a whole YouTube about it. Yeah, I got you about it. We know, bitch. You went away for 6 months and came back chiseled.
Wait, who we talking about? Put him out there.
Some dude named M500.
Okay.
He was doing credit and all that stuff. Credit, I think business credit also.
Yeah, credit repair.
Yeah,
The
that was
business
his
credit
thing.
stuff.
Credit
Yeah,
repair, business credit, and all that stuff.
So he
He
got
was running with
liposuction.
David Shands and all them boys.
yeah.
Oh, he got liposuction or something?
He
Shrunk his stomach?
he had the gastric bypass. Yeah, now
Oh,
I'm
okay.
with it. Like, so it's a couple people that he rocked with, like Mr. 2 Weeks Out, right? And then some of the other dudes, they kind of slim and fit. And there's no way. I'm just going on the part of looking at somebody's actual life and then what they telling me, right? The guys he hang with, they slim, fit, and rich. You rich and fat. Shit ain't equating because they understand. I'm being serious. They understand that the health is a little bit more important than the wealth, right? But they got the health and the wealth, and so that's just again back to the business teacher teaching college. They ain't got no company. All right, that shit kind of just weird.
Now, a funny thing is, I think that health stuff sometimes comes a little later, though. You find a lot of them that was out of shape and they got the money and they kind of realize, like, damn, like I got all this, I got all this. Yeah, they did it a little bit backwards. I don't think it's backwards. Everybody catch shit at different times, right? So
yeah,
everybody learns shit at different times.
I'm trying to live
You
so
know
I
what
can
I'm saying?
enjoy this shit.
Your app company. How you plan on building it? Right? What's your goal to building it? And what's your goal to building? What you want to aspire to do? You want to be like Terry Reid or the app company, no code shits?
Nah, I'm all about code, to be honest. So I've never, even before I learned how to code, like the no code stuff always seemed so limited to me. I was never able to completely make what was in my head with the no code editor. Like, what I'm saying? So because I was trying to move something here, it wouldn't go there. I couldn't put it there. I don't know why I couldn't go there, but it wouldn't go there. And I mean, I guess now that I do know the code, maybe I could use a no code one and still be able to code some in the background and make that happen. But I think code just makes things so much quicker. So that's the route that I go. So with just like you mentioned, Flutter Flow and stuff like that, developers are using these now. Agencies are using those now to build for people and build faster. And I can get it. But I choose not to. I think development can still happen very fast, depending on what you use. Right. So which is why I learned Flutter in the first place. Right. I can build a iOS app and an Android app, literally at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Off one code base. I don't have to code two different things. Right. So I think it's all dependent upon the tools that you use. And so even on the website, so it's the same kind of concept. You know what I'm saying? So you use certain things that speed up development, but still allows you to 100% control everything that goes on. And so when it comes to the funnels and all the stuff like that, I don't plan on using ClickFunnels. I don't plan on building people's stuff on
They
Go
cost too
high
much.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
ClickFunnels
One, they
will rape
definitely do.
your ass. Yeah,
Man, that
they
price
will
is
rape you.
crazy.
Yeah, they got what's it
That
membership like
price is crazy.
250 a month or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think their
It's
lowest
crazy.
one like around two something. So I was like, man, I said, no, that's crazy. I said, and especially if you're a smaller company, starting up, of course, doing this type of stuff, especially if you're gonna pay somebody to do it, you gotta have some money. When it comes to marketing, you're better off, looking at your free routes to go if you don't have the money to consistently throw into the marketing in the same amount, at least for, 90, 60 days or longer. Because, there's a lot of trial and error that comes into marketing. You got to tweak things, you know what I'm saying? It's never a one and done unless you've already been doing it for so long that you completely understand your exact audience. And things can differ from product to product with the same audience. Right.
No, that's
So
facts.
you got to have that money to be putting it to it consistently. You
You
know
know
what I'm saying?
what?
So
You know what kill me sometimes, and this is my like a personal thing with me. Like I study like funnels and click funnels and marketing and all that. And like what kills me, and I don't know, maybe you could tell me what this is. I hate the concept of testing, like A and B tests. Like do this funnel here, gather the data, stop, then do this funnel and test it. Like for some reason, my mind, when it gets to that part, I'm like, maybe that's one of my weaknesses where like I just don't fucking want to do it. Like if I do the work once, I just want to go here and stay there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to recreate the wheel to see which one is better, but I know that's probably a crucial part of that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just don't got that part of it. Like, do you do testing? Is that like a crucial part of the business, or like can you get around not doing the fucking testing, or how do you feel about it?
Nah, there's no way around it. You have no choice but to test.
Yes.
Like because you know everything normally is built based off of assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So until you have actual real data, like real user data for your specific case, I mean things are based off assumptions. And in reality, those when you first are building it, you're building it. I mean, all it's kind of assumptions, but it's still based off of data when you're doing it right, right? You're still using data from other companies that you
Mm-hmm.
find, doing some
Mm-hmm.
research, maybe talking to some users and this, that, and the other, right? And then you build based off of that experience. But like I said, things can differ for the same audience, you know, from product to product, or for
Mm-hmm.
the same product, and you're targeting an audience that's kind of the same, but it might be one thing different about the audience, and
Right.
they'll view the product completely different. So you have to test. I mean, you got to test everything. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
literally everything. So you build out everything, and you got to start at the top of the funnel and work your way down, right? So
Right.
because
That's
at
to
the
kill
very
me.
top,
Like I'm not doing this shit
yeah,
again.
it
Like
is so
what?
time.
Do this again and then change these things to see if it works better. Like I did it once. What the fuck? But
But
that might be my
this is
thing.
where especially nowadays, right? All this tech, man, all these analytic tools, right? All these different methods you have to track these things for you. That all you got
Mm-hmm.
to do is look at the numbers, right? So if the in the very beginning it starts with your ads, right? Or even if you're not using ads, if you're using SEO, if you're using blog posts, if you're using just trying to do generic content and stuff like that, you know, those things take time. But most of the time, especially with someone that want to work with me, it just much works so much better for somebody who had the budget to do paid ads, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's guaranteed. You put this money in and you get it in front of them, and you're able to
Right.
actually straight up
See
test
what
it.
happens. Yeah.
And you start from there to see, is this ad any good, right? You gotta is the picture this picture might work better than this picture,
Right.
right? And sometimes it don't work that matter that much there, and it's really just come down to the offer that you're making. Is the
Mm-hmm.
offer good enough to get this person to click on the page? If you
Right.
can get that to happen enough times, then you can get them to your landing page, or to your lead magnet, whatever is set up right after that, depending upon what your product is, right? So I mean, most of the time you want to build some type of trust with them, right? And you do that by giving them free stuff. You got to
Right.
give some type of value before most times people will actually spend money with you,
A free
right?
PDF
So
book or something. Yeah.
yeah, give them something like that. So when you get them there, already clicking on it, like already downloading it, already giving you the email, right? So you got to look at, so when you pass the ad part and now you're getting people just click on the ad, great. That part works. Now they're getting to this here. Are they giving me the email? What is it? Is my wording
Right.
wrong? Is the picture stupid? Is the colors just hurting their eyes? Like, it's these things that
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like that part for me is like, so I get it though. Like you refine each step until it's maximum efficiency, and
Mhm,
you taking most of the clicks or most of the audience from the top to the bottom, right? And I guess
mhm.
that makes sense. But it maybe I don't know, something I got to work on whenever I jump back into that or look into that. But like I just be like, I do it once. It's good for me. It would sell me, right? So I guess that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with this picture. I don't see nothing wrong with this process. I like how this looks. If it was me, I'd click it. And I guess that's where my thinking on it has to change. But no, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's thinking about them and not you,
Right.
right? That's what it comes down to. So which is why it's so important to use true professionals who are like in that space,
Mm-hmm.
right? So because like I said, I'm no designer, and then at that, you still don't want to use no regular old designer.
Mm-hmm.
A regular old graphic designer don't understand the concept of a user and their experience.
The
They don't
Mm-hmm.
psychology behind
understand. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's why you use somebody that's a actual UE and a UX designer to design so many things sometimes, right? Because these people have actually studied more into how the actual user will feel
The user
when they get to
experience.
this
Yeah.
page, right? If the picture's over here, how is their mind going to slightly react to it? If the words are this size, you know what I'm saying? How will this person's eyes adjust to this font or with this
Mm-hmm.
color? Like, you know what I'm saying? These are things that them, it's second nature to them. They learned it and they know these things, right? And it's second nature to them. But somebody like us, like, colors and shapes and fonts, man, that shit just makes me mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't
Right.
want it takes me all like I can do it, but it literally takes me so much longer to do that than
Right.
somebody like
so
that
much
can do.
energy.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Let's
So
let's
and
talk about
and,
that right
and that's
quick.
probably where it's frustrating you at.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Like you said your customers, like when you get your clients, when you get your clients and they not understanding what you're trying to tell them, right? Or they're not understanding the ad spend, right? What you do about that? Like, so say I come to you and say, look, bro, I need some help. What you gonna say? How you get them on board? Because like that's, bro, when they come, when I've talked to a couple of ass dudes, right, and they be like, yeah, bro, it's gonna take 6 months of $1,000 a month. That shit sound nuts to me. Fucking absurd. So that is salacious to say that to somebody, right? So how you go about doing it?
So in reality, and that's one thing that I'm starting to work on now. That like at first I was saying, I think with me being in my figuring shit out moment now is learning who to deal with, learning to qualify the people that you deal with, right? Because just like you said, I mean, is it not a waste of their time to get on a phone call with you just to tell you that when they could have somehow screened you out beforehand, right? You know what I'm saying? A
Oh
questionnaire
yeah.
or something could have told you that. And now they wasted their time talking to you. Like, because in reality, sometimes it really is the growth of the business owner. Because in reality, that's just fucking marketing. Like that's
Right.
what I said. You got to be willing to spend that money over time. Like there's no way that you can think that 1 month you're gonna spend this money, you're just gonna see the return. That's just not logical. And then at that, like the statistics just don't show it. So if you do any type of reading and looking into like what marketing really entails, like how it works, then you know it's gonna take some time sometimes, right?
And some money.
So catching a person that's not there yet, a person that just fully isn't there yet, you kind of wasting your time. So that is one thing learning myself now is learning to weed those people out. Like don't waste your time talking to them.
Like
Like
screening
so
somebody, like if you're not willing
screen them
to
out.
yeah bust $1,000 for the next 6 months, you're not the
Mhm.
customer, or
Exactly.
you're not gonna be. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So this is where your funnel and your automations come in, right? Your funnel can funnel those, they can funnel them out. And necessarily you don't got to funnel them out. You just want to nurture them. They just need more content. They need to learn a little more. You know what I'm saying? And your funnel can be a part of teaching them. You know what I'm saying? So you take them, you get them in, you bring them in, and now you gave them some content. They fill out some stuff, and you realize through their questionnaire or the quiz or whatever you put them through that they just not there yet. So instead of leading them to somewhere where they book a call, they slide through to another part of the funnel where they get some more content. You know what I'm saying?
Or
They
maybe a
learn to do some more
smaller,
stuff.
or like a smaller offer or something more sizable for their appetite, maybe, right? So you can still
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
wean them to get a sale, to make a close, but it's not the
hmm
big, it's not the big package. It's like the little medium or the smaller package or something.
Yep. Yep. And that's really what it is. And it's all depending on the person. Because there's plenty of people who have DIY courses specifically for that reason. Right. So I have a course that'll teach you to do it all for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You doing it for yourself still necessarily wouldn't get the same exact results of me doing it, but you'll still learn, you'll get some results, but you'll also see the difficulties in it. You'll start to learn some of the things with that make it work, right? So this is what funnels are like. You know what I'm saying? So using that stuff will help that you don't have to have so many conversations with people like that. You know what I'm saying? I had spent so much time trying to sell somebody. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, I'm like, I'm not here to sell you. Like,
Right.
that is not really what I'm looking to do. Like, I'm not trying to convince you that my service is needed. When I talk to you, you should already know that it's needed. If the only thing I should be trying to do is convince you that I'm the one.
Right.
That's it. Right.
That
Not
makes
convince
sense.
you that you need it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's the importance of tweaking your ads, right? Because
That makes
suppose you
sense.
got your ads and you're getting a whole bunch of tire kickers, or you're getting a whole bunch of people who they just not ready yet, right? So you tweak it a little bit just to kill some of those non-serious people.
Are
You know what
there
I'm saying?
I kick a tire.
you kick that. Are there is there any uh concerns or dangers you see coming up with AI? Like, can AI create a whole funnel and basically automate this whole process, or is it more of a tool that can be used with this process and not necessarily like kill the industry?
Um,
Hey guys.
I mean, yeah, there's,
What's up?
yeah, exactly. They always got to come in anything, man.
That's funny.
But I mean, yeah, there is. Look at me for instance, right? I am a self-taught dev, don't have a degree in it. You know what I'm saying? So getting a job is quite difficult for a person like me. You know what I'm saying? And then at that, when you're talking about really being on a junior level, entry level type of job, you have AI that can do a decent amount of code.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? AI can do some serious copywriting, to be honest. Now is it infallible? No, far from it, man. That thing make all type of mistakes. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But a lot of your
It can barely
lower
spell.
lower level jobs,
Horrible.
huh?
It can barely
You said it,
spell.
It
man.
can't
What?
get
Yeah, that junk be tearing it up.
in pictures. In pictures, it can't spell for shit. And then at fingers, like fingers, you get 6, 7 fingers like you
Hey, I was
draw
about to
this
say the
picture.
same thing.
Like, how many fingers do people have? Like, bro, I don't understand it. You would think it get better, but I don't know. It looks like fingers and text spelling it can't do.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely gonna replace some stuff, some people,
Mm-hmm.
or more just change their jobs for the people who don't want to learn it. You know what I'm saying? It'll just because even for now, I use it some for content and sometimes for copywriting stuff. Sometimes I just use it straight up? No, not at all. Because it doesn't necessarily sound natural talking. You know what I'm saying? All the way, all the
Right.
time. So you got to take it and just use it as a starting point. And it's even the same thing when you're using code. I mean, if you use it to spit out code, there's a lot of times it's gonna be buggy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it'll still put out some pretty decent damn code. You just gotta know a little
Get you
bit to
way
tweak it
further
here
than you
and there.
was. Yeah.
Yeah,
No
seriously, it
facts.
really could. I mean, now I have told that John to build a couple things for me, that shit spit out some fire shit. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah, all right,
I
all
was
right,
like,
all
seriously,
right.
I got a couple of back end scripts and stuff that I had Chat GBT build out for me because I had the idea and I was like, yeah, I could sit there and code it out. But I was like, yeah, fuck it, just for the fun of it, they
Mm-hmm.
throw it in the Chat GBT and they kick it out and I pull it off, throw it in my editor. Man, that shit just worked. I
And
was like,
you love
okay,
it.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I was
dope.
like, I was like, some of it just worked, and I was like, okay. So I was
That's
like,
dope.
shit. When I get a chance, I'll build a front end around it. You know what I'm saying? And then just
Mm-hmm.
throw it up on the web as a little service or something for somebody to use. And
No, that's dope.
even if and that's the type of things that I like to be able to fast iterate and do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of stuff that AI allow you to do. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
ain't perfect with AI. I'm not, I some stuff I'm not quick to just run and jump on trends. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The popular things. And AI was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
it's
still
one that's here
popping.
to stay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one that's here to stay though, right? I've never I jumped on a crypto train a slight bit, but never was a true believer. There's people
Mm-hmm.
still making money from it, and there's people that made a whole lot of money from it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But it just wasn't my lane. You know what I'm saying? So, I just didn't jump into it.
I
But
jumped into NFTs.
AI, yeah, yeah. I dodged them for a while. I didn't see no real value in them.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I
saw I saw I saw motherfuckers making money, so I sure enough tried a couple.
I made my own. I made my own project. I made like 100 some NFTs. Put them on there. Put them on the blockchain. Try to sell them. Look, there's something else out there. I mean, they still up there if you want to
Hey,
get them. I'll send the link out. I'll put the link in the description. Buy these
Yeah,
NFTs. They mad cheap, like $20 now. But
shit, sure enough. That's why I sure enough was about to do the same thing. Because I
yeah,
was like, look, dude out here making 150,000 from one? Oh man, you crazy. I'm
right.
about to sure enough generate something and throw it out
Yeah,
there.
they dead now.
I don't think that I don't think AI is a trend like Jabot jeans, right? I think I think the AI here to stay is gonna make a real difference. Like like I said, two software companies get my money every month: ChatGPT and Canva. They two softwares that I'm gonna pay for, right? Because I
Damn,
use them quite often.
Adobe getting
And
all
and
mine.
and my ChatGPT. So what?
My fault. I was saying Adobe
My chat.
getting all my money for
I
the
see that's your
video.
thing though. That's why,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so you
that's why
like
I
all the
got Frank
Adobe
because
stuff.
he can edit me up, and I'm cool with that, right? So I go get some wording, I get some ideas, we can put some things together, we can mock shit up, you know what I mean? But I'm
Oh yeah,
using the
for
chat
sure, because
GPT.
your editor be fire. I already know the little intro part of the video, this ain't gonna be hit.
I
Appreciate it.
told
Yeah.
him,
That's what I
I
tell him,
told him,
man.
Frank,
I'm about to
I
change it
said
up
I
that
told
shit
too.
him.
is
Season 4, we're gonna
serious.
have a whole new jank. I'm gonna change it up. Season 4. Episode
Hey, Frank gonna
76.
leave me. He gonna get a client to do some work for him. Frank said, I ain't doing this show no more, boy. And I'm gonna be stuck like Chuck.
That is funny.
Hey, look, I already said I already had you on the list for somebody gonna hit up when it comes, you know what I'm saying, for these
Let me
for these
know.
video ads or something like that. I was
Yeah.
like, your video editing is on point.
Let me know. Appreciate that. No, that'd be dope.
And like I said, them ads are part of them funnels. I need them. And video, especially
Yeah.
for like products or anything. Shoot. Coaches, all of them using videos now anyway. So
Yeah. No, that's real. Are you looking for a media agency that covers all the creative tasks that make a business successful? Lucid Perspective produces elegant, high-resolution graphics and logos, high-definition and 4K video, complete with treatment concepts and innovative editing. Lucid Perspective provides photography services such as fashion, advertisements, product or service, and aerial photography. We also help businesses build their brands from the ground up with complete campaigns that will make your business attractive to your target audience. We can bring your brand to the masses with our effective and strategic marketing campaigns to include sales funnels, eye-catching advertisements, breakthrough digital marketing through social media, and other digital avenues. Visit lucidperspective.com today. I had another question about marketing. We've run a long time, but I just want to ask you, and I don't know, so I studied this a little bit too, right? Digital marketing and all that.
Mhm.
What is the difference because I've been caught up in funnels where it's like a one page and it's just so much text. Like you could scroll and scroll and scroll, and it's like
man,
5 minutes
so much
of video. It's got videos, testimony, product information, all these sections. And for some reason, I catch myself reading through it. Like maybe I'm interested in the product or whatever it is, but it catches me. And I'm like, yo, I end up making a sale. Then other times I'd be like, I'm not reading all this, and I click away. Do you know the signs? Like, are more people open to reading a whole page full of all that shit, or is it better to just keep it short and sweet, or it depends on what the product or service is? Because I could never understand that.
So what you're talking about is basically long form copy, right?
It's
landing
crazy.
pages with long form copy.
Yeah.
And then you have your short form, right? So it really depends on the audience that you're driving to the page. And then at that, sometimes, and then it also depends on the price point or the offer, right?
Mhm.
You know, if a person kind of knows you, you know what I'm saying, and you're about to ask them for $5,000, I think you should have a lot of shit to say.
Explain, yeah,
Like,
okay,
you know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
You got some explaining to do. And as you go through that page, some of the stuff is a bit redundant. You know, they're just saying it in a different way. This video is talking about it in a different way, got a little bit of graphics. But one thing that they're definitely doing throughout it is give you all type of social proof, right? They
Right,
give
yeah, the
you a whole bunch of
testimonies,
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
people.
So those are real heavy. But those shorter ones, when they can get a little more sweet to the point, those are people they sitting there that already know who they are, right? They already done got something from them. They already done got value from the person. So they know this person is like legit. They know that the stuff they're gonna get from them is on point. They already done made money from off of something this person that gave them, right? Especially like if I go there and I get a free PDF from you, and all of this PDF, I learned something that I think is just like, oh yeah, this is game changing. I like that, and I ain't even had to pay for it. I'm coming back, right? You
Right,
do that
and you
2 or
got it.
3
You get
times.
you get the email. Yeah.
Yep, you do that 2 or 3 times. Oh man, that person ready to throw you some money. You know what I'm saying? So you
That's
don't
dope.
gotta give them a long page. They ready. They know.
So what do you say about people like me? Because I ain't never bought nothing to click nothing on the funnel. Every time I realize I'm in the funnel, I'm getting the fuck out. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
because
I'm getting the fuck out.
you difficult, man. You decided to get on my damn nerves, bro. You
That's fine. Make the sale though. Always be closing. What you got for me? What's up?
Nah, but for real though. So I know how you are, like, right? You know, we've known each other for years. Been in business together,
Right.
did all type of stuff. I know you're that type of person. And the crazy thing is I'm pretty much close to that type of person myself. Right. However, I've had myself caught by some funnels. You know what I'm saying? Because the information they gave me is free. I'm like, damn. They be like, oh, but hold on, you get this for $37. I was like, ah, damn. You know what?
Always the extra
Just give
upsell
it to me.
shit. Yeah, the upsell.
Yeah, man.
I must be easier than y'all because I'm getting got all the time.
You rich, that's why.
No. Like I
Can't
said,
hide the money. Look.
you can't hide money, man. That's what I'm about to say. So the worst time that they always got me is when the money just was flowing easy for me. And when it's and like I said, I'm a lifelong learner, just like you. I'm super curious. I love different businesses. I would learn about the business. I got like 2 or 3 courses in businesses that I kind of knew I wasn't gonna get into it, but I thought it was interesting. I bought a whole phone fixing flipping giant. Man, I wasn't gonna get into that damn business. You know what
What,
I'm
the
saying? I mean,
screen
granted,
screen repair?
yeah, the what's his name, dude that was on all over Instagram, man. I think it was a New York dude, I think, or something, man. And he
Fixing
was just
phones?
he was teaching how to flip phones, how
Oh,
to
oh,
buy them, fix them,
resell phones.
flip them.
Oh, oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
fixing.
So
Oh, okay.
he was doing both. So he was buying them, fixing them, and then flipping them, but then also doing repair for people too.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
So
so much ways.
and I was like, well, damn, that's cool. I mean, granted, my degree is in electronics. So I
Dope.
mean, hardware and electronics, I've always loved, you know what I'm saying? So I've been a tech person since I was young. I've always been in tech. You know what I'm saying? So other than my entrepreneur stuff, that should been all over the place. But
That's what's up.
tech is always
Tech
been
is
my
the way to
thing,
go.
man.
It ain't going
It
nowhere.
really is.
Tech is the way to
Become
No, the
go.
technology.
kids
So
coming here. Go back in there.
I see. So I see. Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna tell you putting kids in bed again
Yeah,
because goddamn.
yeah, you already know how it is, man. These kids don't know how to go to sleep, man. They-
This is
These,
Right.
nothing new,
these
man.
kids don't never go to sleep, man. It's
Blame it on
been
the daddy.
years.
But
They
look,
don't never go to sleep.
blame it on the pappy. He get a question for you. He get a final question for you. So like, what's the one thing you're trying to figure out moving forward?
Ah, man. The one thing I'm trying to figure out. Let's see, right now, I'm trying to
How you get the
figure
kids in
out.
Right.
I've learned it takes a lot of yelling for that to happen over here. But
bed?
nah, but I think managing people, man, managing people is the one thing that I want to managing a team
Hmm.
effectively is the one thing that I want to learn the most right now. Because like I said, I need a team to make things happen. I've always shied away from it because
Hmm.
honestly, I don't really like managing people. I've always been the one to be like, man, look, fuck, if I want it done right, I do this shit myself.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
but that don't work, man. I've known the longest that that's just not the way to do things. You can't grow that way.
Hmm.
Right. The E Myth has been one of my favorite business books, for a long time for a reason. Right. And so I've understood that I can't be that way. However, it's a hard thing to do. Not
Right.
to
Gotta put
mention
it in
that,
practice, huh?
people, yeah, man. Plus people get on my nerves. So
As it's one of those necessary evils, bro.
it
I'm the
really
same way.
is.
You gotta read, you gotta grow, you gotta expand, you gotta delegate, but then you get knuckleheads or you get incompetence, and you just gotta do what you gotta do to
Oh
find the
yeah.
right people. And then you find the right person and then they don't stay forever. So it's like, well,
Oh
it's one of
man.
those
I can tell some
things.
stories. Shit, me and King that hired what two I developed, but told them it was gonna take us what 2 months to build out that we was the
Oh yeah.
EM radio. And
Yeah.
what 8 months later that shit was still not done.
Still tweaking on
So,
us.
man, you know what I'm saying? We
Like
done been,
living you learn,
all done
right?
been through it. Yeah, man. But I also had to learn that, take responsibility for it because sometimes it's not even all them.
That's
Some of
true.
the people I've hired, like VAs out in the hired, the processes was messed up.
Hmm.
When we hired, hold on, y'all. Let me get
That's
down.
true.
Get out. No, get out. I'm on a call. Y'all can edit this out or just it's the daddy. The daddy can't help it, man.
Right.
Hey, this is great
No,
content.
get
I
out.
think this
I'll be
might
out
be a
there in a
clip,
minute.
man.
I'll be out in a minute. I'll be out in a minute.
This might be a
Get down.
clip. Hey,
Okay,
and
what's
look,
up?
Gary, Frank over there
Yeah.
cheating. Frank over there cheating. He got one kid. He grown as hell. He 12.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
One thing I learned and had to say to myself was that some of it was me. My processes weren't great. I wasn't great at managing them. How can you hire somebody and have them come in to do something that you haven't like pinpointed how exactly it should be done?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So and then sometimes you think it's good and you pass it over to them and it's not,
Hmm.
right? Like look, hey King, but just like when we hired old girl to be our producer and editor and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we thought we somewhat had the process of how we wanted her to handle things to be all right, but that shit fell apart very quickly.
Yeah, we ended up
and
doing
that
it
shit was
by ourselves.
chaotic. Yeah, exactly, because it just wasn't straightforward the way we thought it was, because we wrote it out and we thought it was straightforward because it was us and it was just the way we thought that we could do it, right? So you know,
Makes
sometimes
sense.
it ain't always them, but just piss poor management, and we got to realize to be real enough with ourselves to say that we just being piss poor managers, and we just gotta get better at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Work
what
on
I
that
say, Frank,
leadership.
all the time. What I say about all the time, Frank. 100% personal responsibility, my boy.
Yeah, I mean, real talk, that's what it is.
Nah,
So
that
many
makes
people don't
sense.
have it, man. So many people don't
That's
have
You
true.
it.
gotta find it though.
That is true. Yeah, man, this is dope, man. Is that a wrap?
Yeah,
This is episode 69. We are 6 away
hold
from
on,
a
hold
wrap of
on.
season 3. What's up?
Yeah. Let Gary let people know how they can find you. If they want some services, how they can get in contact with you, or if they need an app built. You know what I mean? Talk to the folks.
Oh man, you can find me, I want to say, on all the socials. I think it's Gary A the second is on all the socials. You can find me at alfreddigital.com. The site ain't the greatest right now, to be honest. It's clean. It's clean, but you
Functional.
can go there and find me. You can go there and find me. It's old. It's old. I haven't done it, man. I thought it was. I prefer right now to make content. Try to give value where I can, man. You know, in these spaces, instead of worrying about certain things that, I mean, of course, I got to worry about. But you know, I'm focused on trying to do something that's going to benefit some others a little more right now, and you know, build some stuff for some people where I can, and then I swing back around. Either that, actually, I'll have my guy swing back around to redesign my shit, because
There you go.
he was already saying something to me today, like, yeah, man, you know, we could do a quiz. This, I was like, yeah, but I'm
There you
like,
go.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this damn content so I can teach somebody right quick something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Frank,
so,
hey Frank, tell him how our website's only got revamped because of happenstance. His shit got hacked. His account had hacked, so we had to redo his. And then I didn't redo my domain, and somebody in China brought it, so I had to make a whole new site.
Yeah, my shit got hacked.
Dang, they jumped on that joint quick.
Boy,
Well,
and I was like, how y'all like that?
What site they took of yours? What was it?
My mvgrindstone.com.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Oh damn.
I had to get a whole new
and I lost like 7 sites. I wasn't updating my plugins. They came in through the plugins. They just fucking deleted. They just fucked the whole shit up. You go to it and there's nothing there. So I had to rebuild everything. But I learned that lesson.
WordPress?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't have automatic plugin updates. And it could have been a year max. I had year-old plugins. So you know when vulnerabilities come out, the motherfuckers, they going up there, they hitting everything. They just anything, throw it up, Metasploit, boom, hit it, boom, oh, got in, and they fucking just deleted shit. But I knew exactly. I knew exactly what happened.
Our IT cap, Frank should be screaming at himself because he know better. Frank,
I knew it. Yeah, I mean, because you're in cybersecurity, right?
Yeah, I knew exactly what it was. I got the email. I knew about the vulnerability. It was like, yo, there's a WordPress thing happening. Update your plugins. I ignored it for months. And then when it happened, I was like, I knew that was it. I knew that's what it was. And that's exactly what I just didn't get around to it. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah. And you know, I find that I hear that a lot with WordPress. And I mean, like you did, like just like with you, it's through them plugins, man. Which is another reason. I mean, granted, I don't do WordPress because I don't know PHP, and I like to try to build a little more functional stuff. So and I don't want to learn PHP right now, so I'm just not going to do it. And so I like to build on other stuff, but them plugins, man, this and the other, and it just add a little more maintenance that has to constantly happen that I just don't want to have to do. And nor do I want my clients to have to worry about you know having to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I just do. I guess I probably should because I can get a monthly maintenance fee from them. But I don't want to mess with plugins.
It. That's a good idea for me. Matter of fact, let me write that down. I got website clients that were like, I need like $15 a month. Well, yeah, nah, it's a pain sometimes. It's a pain sometimes.
It's episode 69 in the books, man. Gary, appreciate you, big dog. God dang on, we're gonna be seeing you around. Don't be scared to come on back and holler at us when you got your apps in the app store, where you got about 30 clients paying you about $15,000 a month. Yeah, sound good to you?
Yeah. I don't even think none of my actual apps right now are in the app store. I think just like you with WordPress plugins, Google been telling me that they was about to snatch my stuff out of jank for like last 2 months, and I just be ignoring them, man, because I don't be feel like dealing with it.
Right.
All these policies and stuff they constantly change and the
Yeah.
updates and all that stuff, man.
Google
It's just a
Cloud.
Welcome
lot.
to tech.
Google
Yeah,
Cloud
it
shit.
changes a lot. And none of mine that up there are really like for making money, just to show off. So I don't be like tripping off of them. You know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, it's so I feel you with that thing with Apple, because Apple like that, and Apple's the worst, bro.
I was completely turned off when it came to
Apple's the
Apple.
fucking devil, man.
I knew it. I paid $100 for the developer account. Didn't even use it. They tried to renew that bitch. I said, nope, fuck you. I can't. I hate Apple. I fucking hate Apple.
Yeah.
But if I ever have, if I ever want to pursue it again or do another app, I'm gonna definitely come to you. I'm gonna do what I can, but then I come to you for like the finishing stuff. But I was ready to go, bro. It was just the testing on Apple that I was like, I'm not gonna go buy an iPhone. I'm not gonna go buy a new Mac to do all this testing and all this. Like I just wasn't gonna do it. So I was like, fuck it, it's dead.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
Gary was in the
I mean, you
J.
messaged
Man,
me.
Gary was in the J.
I had told you, hit me up.
iPads.
I said, hit me up. I said, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, because I bought an iPad specifically for that same purpose, because I mean, I bought a Mac. I got a MacBook and a daggone iPad specifically for that purpose. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I
don't know.
was like,
I'll
yeah,
take a
I'm
look.
here.
I'll log into Flutter Flow, take a look. It's probably the code's all outdated now. Got to update everything. It's been over a year.
Frank, you got taxes to do. You got a book
I got
to do.
taxes. I'm writing the book.
Yeah, you got them taxes to do. You already took the class?
Juggling over there.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I got to get my P10. It's like a tax identification. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Right, he about to get everybody that PPP money right quick. You know what I'm saying? Go on there. If you want 10,000
Frank, don't go to jail,
back,
cuz.
What? You crazy?
Don't go to
if
jail.
y'all want 10,000 back and y'all only made 500 this year,
everybody getting guaranteed tax returns, 25K guaranteed. Come holler at me. It's like I'm lying. I'm lying. Don't do that. That's not gonna happen. All right, y'all. We appreciate you, man. You have a good night. We'll see you on the other side. All right, peace out.